So with home values going back up and homeowners gaining more equity in their investment, major renovation projects are back on the table. Many homeowners are starting in the kitchen. You know that for a fact, don't you? After all, a kitchen remodel delivers a substantial payoff.
But it can be pretty complicated and comprehensive. That's why you need to make sure you have someone on board who knows how to navigate this massive project.
Here's a kitchen design project before and then after. It's the stuff you see all the time on those cable network home design shows. It's also what drives a lot of customers to see Mike Donahue of Kitchen Concepts Plus in Salisbury.
You know they're not happy with their home or their kitchen, bathrooms, whatever it is, and they're looking for ideas, and they see the shows and they say, oh wow, I could do that in my house. Or, I'd love to see that in my house. So they get ideas, they get excited about, the process of renovating their home, but then they run into a brick wall because they say, now, where do I start?
Donahue says the amount of decisions that needs to be made in a renovation project can be overwhelming.
There's a lot of moving parts. So, from the very beginning, from the design, figuring out, you've got cabinets, countertops, tile, flooring, paint colors, lighting, all of that kind of stuff. And, a lot of those are different trades. You've got an electrician, a plumber, the painter, you've got the carpenters and the tile setters, you've got all of those people. And if there's not someone as sort of the quarterback managing all of that together, you have projects that take too long and don't work well together.
As that quarterback, Mike and his staff get to know clients to find out what kind of kitchen they need. The
location of the appliances, the room to move around in the kitchen. Is it even going to work for your lifestyle? I mean, are you an active chef, or do you have kids? All of that stuff has to be taken into account as you're designing the kitchen and making those decisions. As an example, we've got the sink here, which is really your main working area in the kitchen. You spend a lot of time there. And the dishwasher to your left, just because that's an easy, convenient location. But the other thing is you want to be able to have room to work also at the cooktop. So in this case, you could potentially have somebody working here at the sink, and you could still have somebody cooking here at the cooktop. And you've even got room for somebody to slide around behind if they need to get something out of the refrigerator over here. So it's all pretty close, but it's also accessible to get to.
As for the look of the kitchen, Mike says he always starts with the question, what do you not want in your kitchen?
They know what they don't like. They may not necessarily know what options there are and things that they can do, but they know things that drive them crazy. So that's a good place to start, because we want to make sure that no matter what, at the end, we've solved that problem.
So what are some of the hot trends in kitchens? Mike says painted cabinetry is big, especially white.
Well, this is actually a great kitchen. We had a lot of fun designing, and one of the reasons is it's trending right now. We're seeing a lot of styles, white cabinet styles, and if you were to go online to House, or if you were to look at a design magazine and open it up, you would definitely see this kitchen. The style of cabinet, for one, it's white for sure, and that's really popular right now, but it's also an inset cabinet. And what I mean by that is the door is actually inside the frame of the cabinet, so it's a very flush look, very clean. It's kind of a very custom look, so it's pretty unique. And you can kind of see how the door opens. It kind of opens that way so that it's still, like you say, it's inside the frame of the door. Along with that, you also see appliances that are paneled so they look built in. And this, believe it or not, behind here is a refrigerator. And so when you open it up, you can kind of see there's a lot of space inside, but the door is also inside of the frame itself. Again, a nice custom look for an appliance.
Another hot trend, according to Mike, quartz countertops.
So granite was probably the dominant countertop material, 6-7 years ago. And partly because of the trend to white cabinets and painted cabinets, we're seeing countertops change. And people want whiter, light-colored countertops and things that look like marble, but are durable and easy to maintain. So that's kind of driven the quartz guys who manufacture the tops to those lighter colors, and those are not generally available in granite as a natural stone. So they're able to give that whole new color palette that isn't available in nature.
And as you can see in this kitchen, you don't have to settle for one color of countertops or one color of cabinetry.
And we see a lot of people trying to mix colors, within the kitchen, and it generally requires that you have enough space. The bigger the kitchen, the more flexibility you have with multiple colors, whether it's cabinets or countertops.
Mike says although getting your dream renovation takes a whole lot more than what you see on those cable home shows, there is one thing that is spot on, and that's the reaction from clients when the project is completed.
I think part of it is, that we just enjoy the process. We enjoy solving problems, and we've got enough experience with folks that we've worked with, and we see after the fact that say, it's a year later, and I still walk into my kitchen and I enjoy it and I love the space. And so when you have that feedback, it just gives you more energy to try and work harder on the next one to make sure that you're repeating that process and having those satisfied clients.
And what's nice about the design staff at Kitchen Concepts Plus is that they can work with any size kitchen and any size budget. And Jimmy, you heard Mike talk about hearing from customers who say they still walk into their kitchen that was renovated a year ago and they still love it. He actually, I think, understated it because he was talking about me. I said that to him because I still walk into my kitchen and have to remind myself that I'm actually in my own home. That's how much I love my new kitchen from Kitchen Concepts. It is. Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.